The first rule of working with alien militaries is simple: don't stare. I broke that rule on my second day. In my defense, Commander Threxai of the Velori Vanguard had 4 legs, not 2, and they weren't arranged the way my brain expected. Long, jointed, plated in smooth onyx armor that caught the light differently with every movement, they moved with a precision that made my human sense of balance itch. I wasn't staring because I found them attractive. I was staring because my instincts kept screaming, "That's not how knees work." Unfortunately, Commander Threxai noticed. "You keep staring at my legs, human," she said, stopping mid-stride in the hangar corridor. "What bothers you so much?" The words echoed louder than I'd hoped. Several Velori warriors paused, their crested heads turning in perfect synchronization. A few technicians froze. One human ensign quietly mouthed "Oh no" from across the bay. I felt my soul attempt to leave my body. I cleared my throat. "Nothing bothers me. It's just professional curiosity." Her upper torso rotated smoothly while her lower body remained perfectly balanced, a maneuver that should have been impossible. 4 golden eyes fixed on me, unblinking. "Explain," she said. "My name is Daniel Mercer. Human. Structural engineer attached to the Interstellar Defense Coalition. I was assigned to the Velori not because I wanted to be, but because humans were apparently the only species stubborn, or foolish, enough to repair a mobile fortress while it was still technically alive. The Velori were terrifying. 8 feet tall when fully upright, armored from collarbone to claw, with a warrior culture that considered hesitation a moral failure. Threxai wasn't just any commander. She was the one who'd held the Syndral Gate against 3 fleets and walked out with half her armor melted and all her soldiers alive. I swallowed. "Your gate," I said carefully. "It's efficient. But it defies what my species expects from load-bearing structures. I keep thinking you're about to overbalance, and then you don't." Silence. Threxai tilted her head slightly. "You fear I will fall?" "No," I said quickly. "I fear I would fall if I tried to move like you." One of the Velori behind her emitted a clicking sound. Amusement, I hoped. Threxai studied me for a long moment. Then she turned and continued walking. "Then keep up," she said. "You may observe more closely." That was how I ended up spending the next 6 weeks trying very hard not to stare, and failing, while repairing the leg articulation systems of a Velori war platform with Threxai overseeing every step. Her people didn't separate body from equipment the way humans did. Their armor was semi-organic, bonded through neural feedback. When I adjusted a stabilizer, she felt it. When I recalibrated pressure distribution, her stride changed instantly, which meant I was painfully aware of how close I was standing. "Your hands are steady," she noted one cycle as I knelt beside her lower left limb, diagnostic readouts hovering in the air. Most non-Velori flinch. "Humans learned a long time ago," I said, "that panicking doesn't fix things." She considered that. "You are smaller, slower, softer." "Hey," I muttered. "Some of us work out." Her mandibles shifted, Velori equivalent of a smile. "Yet you volunteered to repair the legs that carry me into battle," she continued. "Why?" I didn't look up. "Because if they fail, people die. And because no one else would." That earned me another long look. Over time, her initial suspicion turned into something else. Curiosity, maybe. She began asking questions while I worked. Why humans used humor when afraid. Why we insisted on naming machines. Why we formed emotional attachments to crewmates we'd only known for months. In return, I learned that Velori legs weren't just for movement, they were expressions of identity. A warrior's stance revealed confidence, experience, even intent. Threxai's balanced, fluid gait marked her as a commander who adapted rather than dominated, which explained why she tolerated a human engineer questioning her biomechanics. The moment everything changed came during a combat drill. A simulated breach triggered emergency protocols. The war platform lurched as the terrain shifted beneath it. I was thrown off my feet, sliding toward an open maintenance shaft. Before I could scream, something wrapped around my waist and yanked me back. Threxai's leg, one of the very ones I'd been repairing, anchored me effortlessly against the deck. She looked down at me, eyes bright. "You were correct," she said. "If you moved like me, you would fall." My heart hammered. Noted. She didn't let go immediately. After that, the staring got worse. Not because I was confused anymore. Because I understood. One evening, as the station lights dimmed to artificial dusk, Threxai confronted me again, this time in the quiet of the observation ring. "You continue to watch my legs," she said calmly. "Your heart rate increases when I approach. Your pupils dilate." I groaned softly. "Your people really don't miss anything, do they?" "No," she replied. "We survive by noticing threats." "And what am I?" I asked. "A threat." She stepped closer, her movements smooth, deliberate. "No," she said. "You are a variable." I met her gaze. "In human terms, that usually means trouble." "Then we share a language," she said. She turned, resting her forelimbs on the transparent barrier, stars stretching endlessly beyond. Among my people, prolonged attention toward a warrior's stance is a sign of interest. Or challenge. I swallowed. "I'm definitely not challenging you." Her mandibles curved again. "Good." I laughed weakly. "Then yeah, I guess I've been interested." She was quiet for a long time. "When you stare," she said finally, "you do not look with hunger. You look with respect. With care." I shrugged. "I fix things for a living. Hard not to notice when something works beautifully." She turned to face me fully. "Then hear this, human," she said. "Among the Velori, allowing someone to observe our legs without rebuke is an intimacy." My brain short-circuited. "Oh." "Yes." Silence stretched between us, comfortable, charged. "I suppose," she added, "if it bothers you so much, you may continue." I smiled despite myself. "Careful, Commander. In my culture, that sounds like permission." Her eyes gleamed. "Then perhaps our cultures are not so incompatible." Months later, when the Velori vanguard departed the station, Threxai paused at the ramp. "You will be reassigned," she said. "Humans always are." "Yeah," I replied. "That's kind of our curse." She inclined her head. "Wherever you go, your eyes will seek what defies expectation." I nodded. "And wherever you walk, people will stare." She extended one leg, just slightly. "Then let them," she said. "You will know why." As the ramp closed, I realized something important. I hadn't been staring because something bothered me. I'd been staring because something inspired me. And the galaxy suddenly felt a lot more interesting on 4 legs instead of 2.